So I want to say welcome to everyone to our presentation from the SAP A-Xcellence team. The SAP A-Xcellence team consists of HRIS administration and HRIS systems and projects. Our teams work together to provide SAP IT support to our clients who are employee services, payroll services and compensation, benefits and pension administration. Our work generally consists of system updates, enhancements, projects, troubleshooting, support, testing, and training. There's a lot in there. But serving our clients is our #1 priority, and we are proud to say that we recently achieved level 3 specialist in the TDSB Service Excellence Program. One of the practices included in this certification was the HRIS administration website that we introduced to our clients. The initial release was August 2020. As part of Service Excellence, we wanted a way to connect with our clients, especially during COVID, and give more visibility to our HRIS administration team. The site highlights our team in the About Us section, how we're structured, a link to our ServiceNow ticketing system, and some fun social information. Putting the website together was a great experience for us, and our team members contributed to it, gathering the content and putting it together. Big shout out to David Ng and Mary Atkinson, big part of putting this together. I will take you to our website now for a quick peek. And here we are on our homepage, and in keeping with the school theme, we have the apple. And in here we included our certification. We also included in the About Us section, the IT integration, and that's who we deal with on a regular basis. Just the other SAP teams that we work with regularly. The HRIS team section includes an introduction from myself, and then lists all the people on our team and their roles. The HRIS social page, and we're hoping to be able to update that when we can get together socially. But what we have here are some photos from a baking session that we did at the Loblaws just down the road from 50/50. And as you can see, we had a special guest, Executive Officer of IT, Peter Singh. So he joined us and took a number of the photos and even got involved in some of the baking. We also have an announcement section. And in here, we want to keep our clients abreast of any new things that are going on within our department. And in here, we highlighted a few recent selections. Tara to the SAP Senior HCM Analyst position, and Tanya Gibbon, who was actually helping with this presentation today, and she was recently selected to the Business Specialist role on our team. We'll take you back to our presentation now, just to talk a little bit about the yearbook. February of 2020, we updated our website to include a yearbook. We wanted our clients to see what we've been able to achieve while working remotely. It was a very visible way to show them what's been happening in their areas, and also to bring our clients together to show how our work benefits a number of areas. Even though the clients' businesses are very closely related, it was beneficial for payroll and compensation to see what employee service has been up to and vice versa. And of course, we wanted to keep the school theme by highlighting our work in a yearbook. The website was a team effort. We collaborated with our Service Excellence team to put the website together. We also worked within HRIS admin to gather content. We had several meetings to brainstorm and where we all had the opportunity to contribute. Then formed a smaller team to put it all together. It was a great learning experience as well, using Google Sites and being fun and creative. The yearbook has been split into the different areas that we support, and we all chose a few key items to showcase. So let's go back to the website now and we can look at the yearbook. So in here, what we did was we gathered a number of the key items that we wanted to highlight. So we did an overview section, and those are some of the things that we had recently worked on. And then our team, the way it's split into employee services and payroll and comp. So there, the first section there is from employee services, some of the work that was recently done. And then further down, we have what was done for payroll, compensation, and benefits. And then we also had a project team that was working on some of the bigger projects that crossed a number of different areas. And of course, we learned a number of lessons along the way. Learning the Google platform, that was all new to us. So tapping into resources who have experience in this area made it so much easier. And thinking about the target audience and the purpose and who should have access to it and what information to put in, those were all lessons learned for us. And it helped with content and structure in terms of schedule for the updates. We had to learn when to make the updates because we didn't want to bombard them, our clients, with constant updates, but we wanted to keep it current. So those are all lessons that we learned while putting this together and along the path since we first implemented. So in terms of timelines and what's ahead, well, as we mentioned, we did launch in July of 2020, and then we created the yearbook in February of this year. And we just recently, this month, did an update to include some of the more recent items. So our plans for our winter 2022 release will be to add a section to highlight our ongoing services. And our enhancements and projects and some of the bigger things are normally part of the yearbook, but we also want our clients to see what we do to keep the lights on, so to speak. This will be our maintenance or support work that we do. For example, we do year-end processing, which assists in T4 generation, which is very client-facing. We also update employees' annual quotas, the sick quotas, vacation quotas, et cetera. We do salary updates, the increments, the negotiated increases. These are just some examples, but there's a lot more. And in terms of maintenance, we do a lot of things that people don't generally see, but it's important for them to know what we do to keep the system up and running for them. So thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We hope you liked our website and our yearbook. Are there any questions that you have for us?
If I can throw out the first question, who's your target audience for this website?
Our target audience and who we have been access to are our clients. So employee services, payroll services, and comp, and benefits and pension administration. So thank you for that question. Are there any other questions?
I have a couple of questions, Kathy.
Sure.
First off, how did you get the website? How did you build the website? Did you already have a website? So for example, we share our site with another department. We're like a subdivision of that department.
Okay, yeah, sure. And actually, I have a few team members with me today, and I might ask David to answer that question because he was very instrumental in the putting the whole thing together. So, are you okay to answer the question?
Yeah, no problem. We just used Google Sites on in Google, and with the Google Sites, you can actually list the number of people that you want to like who you want to share it with. You can share it on TDSB level, or you can have specific departments or people able to view your website. So it's all about permissions and authorizations on the Google side. I hope that answers your question.
Sorry, David, I don't have the best internet at the moment. So I caught the Google site, but then you had to get permissions as well?
You can set your own permissions. Yeah, like there's, you can set the site on a TDSB level. So everyone that has access to TDSB intranet would have access to the website, or you can do it by department. Like only say like payroll or compensation have access, or you can just have like payroll have access. Like, yeah, like we control whoever has access to it.
Okay. Awesome. And what about building it? Did you build it on your own, or did you have help building it?
I had a lot of help. Tanya helped me a lot with some training. And also the Google Sites has some templates that help you start up the in terms of font, and they have like a general background that you can use. And then from there on, there's different tools you can use to add pictures, or like there's the carousel that you see right now. Yeah, you can insert like videos from YouTube. It's pretty yeah, it's pretty easy to use. Well, yeah, it's user friendly, I guess is the word to say.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for that question. That was a really good question. And that was actually one of the things in terms of our lessons learned. It was learning how to use Google Sites, but that was the fun part for sure.
Okay.
Are there any more questions?
Yeah, I think there's a question from Debbie.
Yeah, in the chat.
Yeah, in the
Oh,
chat. Yeah, did you need to request permission internally? Permission internally.
Wait, why I'm asking is that we have an internal web team, and I wondered if there was some formal request to create this website. Like, was there any I don't know, previous guidelines for this? Because things have changed obviously over the years, but I just wondered if there was a hierarchical kind of permission for creating this.
I didn't get any formal request. I did look at the branding guidelines. There's a brochure on the TDSB web, so we kind of follow that. Make sure the text, kind of like the accessibility issues. But no, I think it pretty much opened us to like to do whatever we want with the website. There wasn't any formal application to a senior team, or if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. No problem.
thanks for that,
yeah.
Debbie.
Still have a minute left for questions.
It's an awesome site. So thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're hoping to be able, like I said, to do some updates next year. And when we can get together, we want to update a little bit more. But we did have, you could see it scrolling through, we did have a lot of fun at our baking session. And that was right before COVID. So
Kathy, what kind of feedback did you get from clients when you released it?
we got a lot of really good feedback from our clients. I think too, is what I was saying about the connecting during COVID and letting them know some things that have been going on in their areas, and some of the bigger projects that we've worked on. I think that was really key for them. And that was a big piece that we got some feedback on. And having some photos in there. We have recently, because we've had a little bit of staff changes. So that was one of our updates. We made some changes to that piece, but having putting the face to the name was also good for our clients. Well, closing in 17 seconds. So I don't know if there's any other quick remarks. Otherwise, I guess we can head back to the main session. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us.